Flippers, the Great Book of Pinnipedia, Chapter 15, To Find a Resolve. How does one find a resolve to such a catastrophic threat? While it may be a pressing matter, stressful concern, and a tall order, it is all worth it. There is one mission, one goal, one message, and one truth. Save Pinnipedia. Speaking up can start a movement, yet only when there are many can a stand truly be formed. Every day matters, and every second counts. Dangers lurk on land, but Pinnipedia is defenseless when attempting to take them head-on. So, we must help them to accomplish the primary objective of survival. Love is the one true thing that will end a war. The war against Pinnipedia. It is what warms our hearts, fuels our actions with kindness, and incentivizes us to work for cures and good. In a world troubled by false information, pollution, corruption, crime, and pain, there must be those who are willing to do the right thing for all of us. If it weren't for brave pioneers on the frontier of freedom and acceptance, many would be left in the shadows. Now, it is the turn of Pinnipedia supporters in the SOS movement to fight the fight and be the heroes thousands of others looked up to and look to for inspiration. It does not take much to make a difference. For every animal in need, for every person who cares, and for the world that deserves to be treated with compassion and love, it is up to those who follow the SOS movement to continue moving forward. Someone once said that doing the right thing is always the best thing. I too believe in that saying. Next, even for those who are not convinced of the severity and sincerity of the SOS, still know that one way or another, financially, safety-wise, ethically, or morally, this will affect even the most unsuspecting of individuals. Thinking of how taxes skyrocketed for the average citizen in Canada during the commercial seal slaughter, or how small civilizations inhabiting the Arctic almost ran out of their primary resources since they overfished and killed too many pinnipeds, something inside just burns even considering the long-term consequences and environmental havoc it would wreak. How many businesses closed due to the pandemic? I'm guessing the number must have doubled when factoring in the seal slaughter. Not only has overfishing damaged our marine life, but it also has caused an abundance of great jobs to be lost due to the disrespect of animals in poorly maintained fisheries. Although these problems have mostly been corrected, some still remain. To this day, there are still thousands upon millions of aquatic creatures choking and dying from strangulation by plastic debris or commercial fishing lines. Economic well-being and environmental well-being go hand in hand. If the environment is healthy and able to be used as a natural resource rather than a critically endangered spot, an increase in job growth and an increasing economy will be the result. Only when the resources we rely upon are stable can we grow and industrialize further. Our roots are what holds us up. The roots in question are that of our oceans, forests, plains, wildlife, and so much more. These sources are meant to be openly accessible and cannot be in circumstances such as these. Far too many pinnipeds have been lost. A controversial study even hinted that there were more than 35 species, and that some of those other species, 50 to be exact, went extinct as a result of hunting and loss of habitat. That finding is not sound, but still leads one to believe just how sad the truth about this issue truly is. How many pinnipeds have been lost is a number one could not fathom. The fact that the number is above 10 million, 100,000, or even just one is a frightening realization. These numbers are not just calculations or spreadsheet data. They are once living and breathing forms of life that roamed the planet. Sometimes one tends to forget that the numbers in the news and studies are actual beings, not just digits. Becoming numb to this subject is something that has had to do with influence by popular culture. If a topic is not in the limelight, it is not a topic. Seals had their time in the limelight as entertainment icons for people to laugh at. What unfortunately was not shed light upon was the painful truth behind those videos. In order for the SOS movement to really make an impact on a wide audience, we must reach a high popularity status. Millions at a time watching and seeing the truth about Pinnipedia is what needs to be done. The only way for pinnipeds to be back in the popular eye is to touch the minds of those who browse popular culture. Their ideas must be understood, and their questions must be answered. This book is a place where many of those clarifications can be made. Spreading the awesome facts and relevant information about pinnipeds will help to change the minds of those who mock them, and to determine what they believe and how to show them fact from fiction. By saying something to others about what is learned here, everyone can soon learn the truth about Pinnipedia. Setting up a place where people can read and gain knowledge on this subject was my goal, and now it must be everyone's incentive to share the understanding they have come to know with others. Pinnipedia needs to be preserved, and their story needs to be known. Continue the SOS movement to ensure that their population increases beyond endangered status, grows to be abundant, and stays around for many generations to come. Power in numbers. Save Pinnipedia. #SOS.